Alright folks, welcome back to round 2 of Gold Rush Mountain. So we are now going to kind of head, since it's turning nighttime in my game, this is when bad guys will pop up, the skeleton type enemies. I'm not really here for him, but there's a stall nox, and I cannot stand those things. They're kind of a pain in the butt to kill, so I'm just going to try to ignore him for now. Really what I'm here for is this pedestal. It's another Korok seed. So I'll be sure and mark that for you. So we are now southeast of our shrine. This one's got a little bit of a trick to it, especially if it's raining. If it's not raining, it'll be relatively easy to get to, but just try to run without doing any climbing as much as you can if it's raining in your game. Okay, and of course that started way down there where my leaf is. Alright, so just below us there should be a false wall to blow up. Oh no. Programmers, we need more stamps! This is ridiculous. I'm just gonna go back through and delete some of this stuff. I know where this stuff's at. Okay. Can never have enough ice arrows. Alright, so we're still going to take advantage of our nighttime hours. What I'm looking for are a couple of... I'm just going to ignore that doofus. I'm looking for a couple of bony moblins, or stall moblins. And they will be located. There should be one right around here somewhere. Actually, while I'm up here, I'm going to go ahead and grab a couple of treasure chests. One will have... I need to get my bearings here, stand by. One will have a forest dweller's bow in it. Excellent treasure there. I just need to locate it, bear with me. It should be visible from up here. And the other one should have a silver rupee. Okay, so there's one. The other one should be over here somewhere. Actually, I think it's like right there. So I'm just going to travel downhill from here. Actually, yeah, if memory serves, it was right below this little grove of trees. And I do believe I found it. So it's right there. Pretty much just due south of the shrine. And this will have our forest dweller's bow. And since my other one is already almost broken, great time for a tech refresh. There is another one of those bad boys within the shrine. Of course, we'll come back to that later when I'm ready to go shrine hopping. But for now, I am looking for 2 of these bony moblins. And I like to take care of these guys from the air just because it's easy. So shoot him once, that'll wake him up. Shoot him in the head a second time, and he will drop a Dragon Bone Moblin Club. Can never have enough of those. Very, very devastating weapon system when you combine that with the bone attack up feature. of that suit that we have on. I probably should have marked that on the map, but to be honest, I'm really dangerously low on stamps right now, so considering I know where they are, I'll just kind of point them out to you guys on the map. Okay, you're going to have some Octorok trouble in this area. Just wanted you to be aware of that. You also have some green mushrooms hanging around. Hearty Radish. What to get rid of, what to get rid of. Alright, so I'm going to mark this one just because it is a little bit out of the way. That other one was... God, where was that? Right around here somewhere. It's like right down there somewhere. Now, keep in mind these only appear at nighttime. Nighttime hours, that's when those stall moblins appear. And they each have the Dragonbone Moblin Club. Excellent, excellent weapon system. Alright, so moving on from here. We are actually going to venture up into this lake area. Lots of good stuff to do in here. Do be aware, once again, there are Octoroks in the area. So do take the time to kill those so they're not pelting you in the side of your head, left and right. And you probably already noticed it, but there's some honey in the area. And that honey is important because you're going to need 15 honey for suit upgrades later on in the game. Okay, ow! Where'd that come from? Jerk. Alright, back to work. So we got a Hearty Durian tree right here. I'll try to show you on the map what we're doing as we go. Right now we're just south of this little lake here, and we are due southwest of our shrine. This little horseshoe-shaped or U-shaped lake. So we're just going to be kind of venturing around here for the time being. Don't worry about this guy. As long as you're wearing your Ganon Phantom armor, he won't recognize you as a foe. Okay, so we got some more honey. Alright, so out here in the middle of this lake, you'll see a log floating in the water with a floating treasure chest. Stamps! Programmers! We need stamps. A lot more stamps than what you're giving us. Ugh. Okay, I don't need those anymore. I already pointed all this treasure and other fun stuff out to y'all. So I really need to start recouping stamps here. Alright. And earlier on in my walkthrough, I mentioned these seeds are a good key cooking ingredient for those high-level speed elixirs. Speed boost. You don't really need them for suit upgrades or just really for cooking. This is so you don't have to use up all your Swift Violets cooking elixirs. They give you a good, strong boost in your elixir. Silent Princess. Lots of those in the area. Continuing on around the lake, we got another Korok seed. Go ahead and play some basketball. And there is another sunken treasure chest here. It's right next to that boulder. You can see it lighting up there, I hope, on my screen. It's a giant boomerang, so I'm not going to bother with it, but it is there if you need it. Feel free. Silent mushrooms is another ingredient you'll need for suit upgrades later on, so collect them as you see them. Pretty cool that they glow at night. Helps you spot them a little easier. What are you doing, Link? Get up there. Take a moment to climb this tree, stump, whatever it is. There's a big Hearty truffle up there, and I think I forgot to mention, but they count the same as a Hearty Durian. You get 4 extra hearts for those bad boys. Not a bad deal. Okay, we got some more Swift Endura carrots. Hopefully I got a stamp. There is a weapon and a vine that's wrapped around that weapon, so you can't really get to it unless you fly in and land on it, or you use a fire arrow and burn the vines out of your way. But it's one of those Lizzle spears. Pretty good on attack power, not so good on durability. So once again, I don't really recommend it. More honey, more Hearty Durians. I should probably be doing a better job of getting my wood here, so bear with me while I get myself some of that. There is another Korok seed in the lake, I just remembered. And since it's raining, I can't get the next Korok seed anyway. Okay, this one's a little more complex. You've got 2 balls in a chain. They're attached to each other. And you got 2 tree stumps with holes sticking up out of the water. So what we got to do is put the balls in the holes. Alrighty, and it's still raining in my game, which is really unfortunate. So here's that next Korok seed, but it's got one of those pesky vine thorny things on it, kind of in the way. We can't really get to one of the flowers that are up there that we have to trip. So unfortunately, I'll have to wait and come back to that one later. Okay, more Hearty Durians in the area. Or a Hearty Durian, I think, is on this tree, just one. And more honey. Okay, so now we're over on this side of the lake. And it's still raining, so I still can't get that Korok seed. So, for now, I think what I'm going to do is jet out toward the backside of this little cliff wall. There's going to be a Korok seed out there. We have to blow up a pile of leaves to get to the rock to pick up. I'll just have to make a mental note to come back to that other Korok seed later on. So now you guys should be knowing by now why I call it Gold Rush Mountain. There's all sorts of good stuff out here. I have no idea what the game calls it, but that's what I call it. Okay, now what we're going to do is fly down to this group of trees. There's another Korok seed down there. I don't exactly know where it is. We just need to kind of get airborne and kind of scan as I fly. And it should be plainly visible. It's another pile of leaves we have to blow up. Where are you at? Ah, it's coming up. I recognize those little funny looking hilltops there. Ah, what are you doing, dude? Genius. Okay, I'm not going to do it, obviously, for the sake of time on my walkthrough video here. But I do recommend you guys take a quick walk through this forest here. There's lots and lots of mushrooms down next to these trees. And you'll also find some beetles, possibly, so walk, don't run. But lots and lots of mushrooms. You're going to get both the Endura mushrooms and the green stamina mushrooms. So I'm going to take you to where there's a couple of clustered together. But ultimately where I'm heading now is toward the end of this little river. We're going to fly down a little more. There's another Korok seed down there waiting for us. Okay, I think I'm done mushroom shopping. We'll just get down to the bottom of that river. We'll get our Korok seed, and then what I'll probably end up doing is warping back up to our shrine. Hopefully it'll be done raining by then. Right at the very end of this river, and we're looking for a rock with yet another Korok seed. Okay, and that's where that one was at. Alright, quick warp back up topside. I feel like I'm missing another treasure chest somewhere with a silver rupee. For the life of me, it's just not coming to me where it is. If we had the searching capability on our Sheikah Slate upgraded by now, we'd be able to search for it. But we don't. That's okay. We'll find it eventually. Okay, since it's not raining, I'm going to grab that Korok seed real quick. I think it's right down in here somewhere. Okay, so same type of deal. We gotta run over the flowers in numerical order here. And I think number 4 is the one that's on top of this burning bush, if you will. Alrighty. We are now going to head to the top of this little mini hilltop here. There's a false wall to blow up, or boulders, or whatever you want to call those. Alright. Then we're going to continue on down here. There's another Korok seed. Right about there, give or take. You got some more gemstones there, BT dubs. Just remember, the missing rock is always in the direction in which it's missing from. You can never go wrong with these puzzles. Okay, and I want to say that treasure chest is over here somewhere. Aha! The Elusive treasure chest. I was actually already over here before, but here we are now. I wasn't quite down this far, though. That was the difference. Okay, so from here, I'm going to fly down to this little shoreline next to the river. There's another Korok seed and then some treasure, both buried and sunken, if memory serves. If you're getting low on stamina, you can always perch here and let yourself recharge. Now do be aware there's some Lizzle trouble in the area, so I'm going to try to get in and get out relatively quickly. Oh, that's a fake treasure chest. Don't approach that. That is a treasure Octorok. They do like to randomly appear. Okay, so you got 2 treasure chests down here. Now this isn't really part of Gold Rush Mountain per se, I just happen to know they're here and it just makes sense to get them while we're in the area. Amber, you know, nothing too spectacular. I think there's one more out here in the water somewhere. Okay, so I thought there was a Korok seed out here. Apparently I was mistaken on that point. I'm not seeing one. Could be something to do with this cave system here. I'll double check just to make sure, that way you guys know. But other than that, we're going to pretty much wrap up Gold Rush Mountain, and we'll be underway. I'll just check the top of this thing that jets out just to make sure. Okay, so no, I was mistaken. Alright folks, so that's Gold Rush Mountain in a nutshell. Lots and lots of goodies there, as you can see. I stamped the crap out of it just so we have quick reference to get back to key locations. When we come back, we're going to finish on with our lap around the Great Plateau. And matter of fact, we're going to meet back up at the outskirts stable when we come back.